Welcome back. It's Mr. James here with your vocabulary and writing lesson for today. We're going to get started. We've got 3 vocab words and a right and response to reading question to get done. Our first vocab word is the word precaution, and precaution is found on page 56, and it is a noun. Usually words in T-I-O-N are nouns, and in that shun sound. And on page 56, it says, "We're not looking for a battle," Captain Booth grunted. "As a precaution, sir. The Indians might not take kindly to us being on their land." Captain Booth consented. "Very well, but only as a precaution." Armitage gave the order. So this is when they're talking about sort of arming themselves, getting ready to fight, and they say as a precaution we should be ready to battle them just in case something happens. And so as a precaution means, well, we know the word caution is in there, and we know the word pre means before, so precautions are something that you might do to do safely beforehand. Safety or an action that's going to prevent a problem, that would be a precaution. And some morphological links, like we said, the word caution is in there, and precautionary would be just changing the ending to make it an adverb or a adjective. So the sentence that we might write says, "Before heading to the grocery store, Mr. James put on his mask and then his gloves as an extra precaution." So he's doing something safely before he does something else. So anything that you might do beforehand that is a safety measure would be a precaution. Maybe, let's say you're going to climb a ladder and you have somebody hold the ladder steady for you. That would be a precaution that you're doing, an extra precaution. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and write your sentence now. All right, our next word is the word regardless, and it's on the next page, page 57. It is an adjective. And from our text, it says, "That's their concern, not ours," says Armitage. "We will have the land regardless." He drew his sword, and several of his men did the same. So they're saying, we're going to have the land regardless, meaning we're going to get it regardless, meaning we're going to get it no matter what. We will get that anyway, no matter what. And the morphological links are the word regard and regarded. So no matter what happens, they're going to end up with this land. That makes it regardless. So a sentence you might write is, "They were determined to carry on regardless of how dangerous the weather appeared to be." So they're going to go through the storm, even if it's bad weather, regardless of the dangers. So precautionary and regardless are maybe sort of kind of opposites of each other. Precautionary are things you're doing to prepare yourself to be safe. Regardless means we're doing it no matter what, even if it is dangerous or even if it is bad. Go ahead and please write your own sentence with the word regardless now. And our last word is the word revelation, and revelation is found on page 64 in your text. You can go ahead and find it now as well. It is the last paragraph. I'm going to go ahead and read it to you. Sarah understood her well enough. "Friends," she said. Sarah turned toward the path and took one last look back at her friend before running to the waiting ships, her purple headscarf trailing in the wind. For the first time in a long time, Sarah felt calm. India had turned out to be a revelation in so many ways. So for her, revelation, India tended to change her, tended to make her better, tended to teach her some things. So it was a revelation that she had had. So a revelation might mean like a surprising realization. It's going to be that it revealed something. That's what the word revelation, you can see the word reveal in there. Or revelatory is another form of the word. So my sample sentence says, "The clues led the detective to the revelation that the crime was committed by the police chief." So that revelation, it was a surprising realization that they found when they looked at all the clues and they said, no, the police chief did it. It was a revelation that they had. Didn't expect it to happen, but it was him. Go ahead and write your own sentence with the word revelation down. And our right and response reading question says read pages 56 through 61. So read those pages, please. Reread them on your own. Then write a paragraph describing what causes Captain Booth to decide not to establish a trading post in the village and the effect this decision appears to have on both Sarah and Lieutenant Armitage. So when you're writing this, you should be explaining why, what causes him to not have this trading post, and then also the effect it has on Sarah and the lieutenant. So it's going to be multiple sentences. You should be explaining that Captain Booth decided not to establish a trading post at the village because blank. And then you can give an example from the text of that. Then you can say, the effect that it has on Sarah is blank and give an example from the text. The effect it has on Lieutenant Armitage is blank and give an example from the text. That way you're using citations from the text to support your answer. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you have any questions or need help or any concerns, please let me know. Have a great rest of your day. Look forward to talking again soon.